Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Actually, tonight. Before we get into this upload, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, my merch store to help the channel to continue to grow and go. Those links are in the description below. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. They are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. The links to those are also in the description as well. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get into today's upload. Shall we? So, a lot of you guys do not know this, but I record usually at night the video for the next day. As I was recording the upload you guys will hear tomorrow, we in my city of Glens Falls have a block party for the Adirondack Balloon Festival. We have it once a year. We close off our downtown, which really isn't a downtown. It is and it isn't. I live in a very small city. Population, I believe, is 14,000, which may sound like a lot, but in reality, it is not for the landmass. Our city, town, etc., is surrounded by a lot of woods, a lot of farmland, the Adirondack Mountains to the north, the Hudson River Valley to the south. Vermont is to the east, and to the west we have a mountain range and then more farmland. So we are just really secluded. My oldest daughter tonight went to the block party. She's 16. She's going to be 17. And she went with two of her friends. So she gets home and she's a little worked up. And said, "Dad, I need to talk to you about something." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And she says, "The Dogman is real, isn't it, Daddy?" And I kind of looked at her funny. And I said, yeah, it is. I said, "I've told you that I've seen it." And she knows about my channel. She's 16. She believes in the paranormal. She was a little bit of a skeptic when it came to Dogman and stuff like that. Until tonight. So down the road from my house is a cemetery. It's on Bay Road, or Bay Street, which turns into Bay Road. And in this cemetery, it's a very large cemetery. I think it's like 3 acres. 2 people that were on the Titanic are buried there, or they have graves there. We have a huge veteran memorial, and there's a large pond out in the back. And there's some houses in the area. But when I, excuse me, when I say a city, I don't really mean like we have a downtown and then there's houses and woods. To kind of pinpoint the area, you would look up Warren County, New York on Google Maps, and you will literally see the amount of woods that's in our backyard. So she goes to this block party, and then her and her friends decide they're going to go to the cemetery. For what, I don't know. I can only imagine what 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds do when their parents are not around. Which, you know, I know what she did, but I'm not going to say it because I don't condone it. But anyway, I'm imagining her and her friends were hanging out with Cheech and Chong. So I guess what she says is they get into the cemetery and there's a set of stairs by the pond. I guess they sit there and do whatever, hang out. And it's kind of been a shitty day up here. Not really sunny, not really rainy. Even though it's raining now at almost 1 a.m. This occurred about 9, so it was not raining. So she said, now this kid my daughter has no, she doesn't listen to my channel. She has no idea she knows what a Dogman looks like. She knows the idea of a Dogman. She doesn't know certain things, all right? And I'm sure some of you that are listening that, troll me are going to say bullshit, but I don't care just because she does not know. She fucking doesn't know, man. And so I guess they're sitting there and they get a really strange feeling, creeped out. And they start looking around. Now, the cemetery is not really lit up, but it does have lights on the outskirts. And, of course, there are some, catacombs with lights on them for security, I imagine. And what she said to me next, excuse me, freaked me out because I know that she does not listen to the channel or entertain the idea of Dogman prior to this, okay? She believes in Ouija boards, she believes in ghosts, she believes in Sasquatch, but Dogman was, because she's never seen one, I don't know what her deal is. If she believes in Squatch, why wouldn't she believe in Dogman? She goes, Daddy, when she was with one of her girlfriends and a guy friend, and she said when they looked up the ridge, kind of where the Veterans Memorial is, she goes, they saw something huge running through the cemetery. Not running at them, running through the cemetery towards north, towards the Adirondacks, which is a mile north in woods. There's woods that guide you through. If a Dogman wanted to, it could go. I'll tell you a story after this, okay? Because this just freaked me the fuck out. She said, Daddy, it was jumping. It was big. It was jumping like kind of over the gravestones, heading towards ACC, which is Adirondack Community College. It's a SUNY New York college. And I said, really? I said, did you see eye shine? Did you see anything? She goes, no. She goes, but it looked like a lion almost, but it was a dog. She goes, like the mane. Right there stopped me dead in my tracks. Because this little girl has not a friggin' clue about Dogman, about hyena-like Dogman, about this, about that. And she said Maine, and I froze. The blood in my fucking body, and I'm sorry for cursing, but body went cold, man. She said after that there was these weird greenish kind of orbs after this thing went north. She, insists that it had a mane. It wasn't going toward them. It was almost like it was not aware they were there, but it was aware because they know when people are around. So they see these like greenish, she described them as like laser light green orbs. And they got the hell out of there. They ran towards the nearest entrance, which is not very far from where they were. I couldn't believe this when she told me this, because she was beyond scared. I don't know what to think. Funny thing is a year or so ago, I was on the phone with Victor one night, and Victor said, Jeff, there's a Dogman in your location. Now, a lot of the naysayers can say, oh, he used Google Maps to scan this out or plan this. But the way the Dogman ran, the way Victor told me the Dogman was running was north. And, I know Victor is real. I know who he is. I've received emails from the CIA. I've had a guy who worked with the police department out of Tennessee. He's a very intelligent guy. Search these emails. I don't know the exact term for emails, whatever, but he located where they came from. So, but I have to question everything. That's who I am. So I decided after Victor told me that there was a Dogman running through my town, and he used certain words. He said, it's on Bay. It's going by this place. It's going by this place. There's a small laundromat. Now, mind you, you literally have to see my city to understand, or town, whatever the fuck, to understand that a Dogman could run through my city and not be noticed. Legitly, it can. I mean, when he said it went to this one spot, I looked on Google Maps and he described it perfectly. Now, he was tracking it, and he said it was behind whatever this building in a lot. You can't see this lot on Google Earth. You no matter what, because it's there and it's not there, if you know what I mean. And then he proceeded to say it's on Meadowbrook Road. It's going up by the college. It's in the park. It's in the state park now. It's in Adirondacks State Park. So when my daughter's sharing this with me, I'm thinking back to the time Victor told me about the Dogman running through my town. And then when she says, it had a mane, Daddy, it had a mane, like a lion. Do you know how freaked out that made me? Now, the one Victor had tracked was he was able to track it because it had the chip. So that means it's government certified or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm wondering if that one was. I'm wondering why they're running north. Oddly enough, it was about a year ago today, somewhere around there. I'm not going to say to the day, a year, you know. It just seemed like it was fall. I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe later in the fall, but. And to know that my daughter saw something tonight and experienced something like that freaked me out. Like, this kid has. She's got balls. She's literally 5'10", very skinny, tall girl, but she's a scrapper. She's beautiful, but she's a scrapper, and she's not afraid of shit. She's been to an abandoned asylum with friends to just go exploring. She's not afraid. But when I saw the fear in this little girl's eyes tonight, and it just freaked me out, man. And then she said the mane is what got me. The mane. There's no way. She doesn't listen to my channel. My channel doesn't entertain her. She watches like, I don't know, like TikTok fucking things about ghosts or, that stupid Shane Dawson guy. Like when he does ghost hunting or shit like that, or cute little YouTube boys that she's into. Wow. I don't know what to say. It just freaked me out. I'm gonna see if she's willing to talk about it and share it, but I don't know if I even want to do that to her. I know that when she shared it with me, she went and hung out with her little sister, and I guess I'm sleeping on the couch tonight because they both took over my bedroom for some reason and are now sleeping in my bedroom, in my bed. So now I'm going to sleep on the couch. Yay for me. That's how scared she is, or freaked out. I can't even fucking. Whew. Anyway, I wanted to share that, but I don't know. I'm baffled right now. I'm baffled. I'm freaked out. I'm baffled, and I can't even believe that this happened. No, it wasn't an attack. It was just a sighting. It was a brief sighting. Crazy enough, I wanted to do an upload earlier when she came home. I was gonna discuss something about the cases in Yosemite, but I ended up talking to her for a good 2 hours, enough to calm her down, make her some soup, and get her squared away. Her and her sister hung out and played Fortnite, and then they just... And these two don't do that. My oldest daughter will hang out with her sister, but they're close, but not this close. Like now, right now. When they were even little girls, little baby girls. Occasionally they may sleep in the same bed when they're scared or something, but I don't even know. I don't know. So I guess that's proof that Dogman, that's enough proof for me. I know it's probably not proof for some naysayers, but it's proof for me. If you knew what my daughter was like and who she was, it'd be proof for you too. What I wanted to talk about Yosemite is I think it's crazy that, first and foremost, when I'm going to say this, because I'm a dad of daughters, I feel terrible for the family of Gabby. Petito. I couldn't fathom what her parents are going through right now. But strangely, the family that was found dead in Yosemite on social media, and this was shared to me by a subscriber who worked with the New York Police Department at one time, worked with them, not for them. Very intelligent guy. Social media, the social media algorithm for Gabby Petito's case and the family of 3 and a dog, there are more hits on social media for the Gabby case than the family of 4. Even altogether. And that was a month ago. And this is days ago. More federal and state posts as well. How crazy is that? That tells me something. That tells me that what they're doing is, yes, this case is tragic. It is fucking unbelievably tragic. And I hope they find that Brian Laundrie guy. And I hope they either give him life in prison or they sentence him to death for that family, because no dad or mom should have to deal with losing a baby girl like that. But a family of 3 and a dog, a baby little girl, and mom and dad and a dog are missing. And there's more posts and more social media interaction. It's almost like what they're going to do is they're going to use this case, which they know is a human involved case, to cover up that Yosemite case, to just shut it down out of the news. Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck is that? Just to shut it down, put the roadblock up and say, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Let's focus on this case. This case is no longer relevant. That's messed up. Anyway, I'm sorry for babbling. I needed to share this. I needed to talk about this, because if you, man, she does not even fucking listen to my channel, and she knew, she said, the mane, daddy, it had a mane like a lion. It's insane. It's insane. All right, I'm sorry for babbling. Thank you for listening. With that, farewell.